first time I met with them, I hadn't watched any of their previous game tape to be able to give them an honest assessment of the things that I think that they needed to work on in their game. But I think both of them are phenomenal athletes. I think all the guys I have in my room are really good athletes. I think they all take teaching very well. They're really smart kids. And the application of what we teach in the position meetings, in the unit meetings offensively, you can see them take it and put it on field and put it on tape every time we step on the field. So the things that they need to work on just in terms of what we're doing right now is just continuing to grow and continuing to learn what we do offensively and just continuing to put a good product on the field.
So with Cade, what he's done so far, how he's still relatively new position and transition to the last season, but just what do you see out of Cade and just his abilities and what he can bring to that backfield and the offense?
Cade is another really smart kid. Like I said, all the kids I have in my room are really smart football players, but I think he's a natural at the running back position. I think he plays fast. He has a lot of speed. He shows good versatility. He catches the football well. I'm excited to be able to work with him and continue to watch him grow in his position.
Devon, I guess I'm just curious about your mindset coming in. Just you come in with a pretty young coach, and you have coaching two guys who hope to play in the NFL next year. Just did you come in completely confident and just assure of yourself that you were kind of, not to say that you maybe weren't ready, but just that you fully were? I don't know, were you just completely confident in what you could do?
Yeah, I think coaching football requires a certain level of confidence, and I'm confident in my ability to be able to understand the position and my ability to be able to understand what we're trying to do offensively and be able to teach what we're trying to do offensively. That's ultimately what the most important position and role for me is just making sure my guys understand what we're trying to do and make sure that they execute at a high level.
And how much of a difference does it make, or how much could you add in terms of just your experience having played the position? What does that, do you ever just kind of, like, I've been through that, I know what you guys saw in that play? Or
Yeah, without question. I think that helps a lot. Understanding things that are realistic for the position, keeping my standards realistic for what I expect out of them, being able to give them little tools of, different things inside of each play, right? I think all that helps take it a little bit further to be able to get that coached.
The work that Coach Longo and Coach Bicknell do with the offensive line.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The work that Coach Longo and Coach Bicknell do with the offensive line, with everything that they do, how does it make your guys successful with the blocking schemes?
Yeah, I think they do a phenomenal job, and obviously they've had a lot of success of the previous places that they've been, and they do a great job of simplifying the game of football to allowing those guys to play really fast, which ultimately coincides with allowing my guys to play fast as well. So I think it absolutely goes hand in hand, but they do a great job.
Brandon said that when you first came on, we watched some Youngstown film, and he said him and Julia were different kinds of runners, but are there any similarities to the way you used Julia last year that maybe you're applying to the running backs this year?
Yeah, I think just expecting them to be able to be playmakers for us and be able to, help us win football games. That's absolutely the role that they share in similarities.
I know that he's been out against his couple of practice and jobs lately. What did he show early on before practice? How do you feel he can work and provide into that backfield for you?
Yeah, I think he's another guy that's really smart. I think he picks up information well, and I think he does some really nice things for us. He's a bigger kid. I think he can run the football. I think he can be a tight end in the core, and I think whatever we want Jackson to do, I think he can do. He's a really, really tough kid, and I've enjoyed working with him as well.
Is there any timetable for him to George Davis to practice?
I'm not sure.
We've heard from the running backs today that the route tree expanded quite a bit from last season to this year. How do you try to incorporate working on that stuff in practice when you've got, just running the ball drills and things like that? You've got to get it accomplished, Joe.
Yeah, I think you just have to be organized with the way that you plan your practice and the things that you need to be able to get better on, and just make sure that you focus on those points every day. So you got to go back and assess what's the tape, figure out the things that you need to be retaught maybe, or things that might take a little bit more time to teach, and make sure you hit those when you get out here and get your individual time.
How impressive is about Brandon, his skill set in general?
Wasn't his size. Obviously, his ability to move at that size. And I think he just picks up things so quickly. And I'm really impressed with the way that he works. And I'm impressed with how driven he is. Like I said, I enjoy working with all these guys.
Going mentioned that the mindset of the room is like everybody has in their head, I'm the best guy here, and that's how they can compete and push each other. Is that something that you've kind of instilled, or was that here when you got here?
No, I think they're all really competitive at the position. I think they all have a standard that they have set for themselves, and I think when they come out here, they do practice that way and they do tell themselves that.
I mean, coming here too, obviously, they don't call this place RBU for just for fun. I mean, you knew the tradition, you knew the legacy kind of coming into this. How do you hope to kind of uphold that, but also kind of trickle in your type of fun as well?
Well, I think a lot of that just comes down to having consistency at the position, right? We got to make sure that our guys are practicing and playing the way that they need to in order to uphold that tradition, like you said, and obviously being able to recruit those types of players as well.
To a certain extent, injuries are beyond players' control. Chaz said that he wasn't holding weight as well as maybe could have last year. I mean, have you noticed that sort of in his training, just maybe for injury prevention and that type of stuff?
He's done a phenomenal job, and I think a lot of that is a credit to our strength staff. And I'm very excited for the kids in my room to be able to work with that strength staff who's proven that they know how to be able to make guys bigger, stronger, faster, and more flexible while doing it. So, I think a lot of that has already been done just because of the way that they work in the weight room and the way that our strength staff provides them with the tools that they need in order to be able to make sure they maintain healthiness.
It also seems in pass protection that's been a bigger emphasis this year. What have you seen from the guys in that area so far?
I think they've gotten better in pass protection, and I think we still have a ways to go, but they're picking up techniques very quickly, and like I said, they're applying them very well.
How would you describe yourself as a running back coach?
I'd say I'm intense. I don't know what they told you, but I'd say I'm intense, and I love the game of football. The game of football has given me everything that I have today, just like a lot of other coaches. Growing up, I didn't have a father in my life, so all my football coaches were my fathers, and it's the whole reason I decided to get into coaching is to be able to help, be that type of person for other people. And I think the game should be played a certain way, and I want to hold the guys in my room to that standard. But more importantly, I tell them this all the time. I want them to hold me to that standard as well.
They really said you're way too soft. It's going to be tough.
Good.
Do you have a better understanding now? I mean, when you talked to the first game, like you said, you had to really get the running backs on tape. What have you learned about, say, Alvin and Lucy that you didn't know when you first talked?
I mean, they both have tangible skills that are going to take them very far. And I think that their ability to play at the level that they play allows the people in the room to see and study and be able to maybe not mimic it, but have a general idea of, hey, this is what I need to be doing at a consistent rate in order to be able to maintain and have success. But I think they're both very talented. I think that they're both really tough football players. I think that they're both fearless at the position, and I'm really looking forward to the season.
That's sort of you feeling that there were guys in front of you that there were guys who you saw the same things in. As a young running back, but you've got some young guys, how does that drive them? If they know, okay, if I want to be a starter, I need to get in. How does that push you?
Well, I think a lot of that starts top down. Right? I think the guys at the top need to do a really good job, which my guys do. I mean, the culture inside of the running back in itself is phenomenal. I think they're really good kids and they don't care about each other. But the guys at the top need to take the time to be able to take the younger guys under their wings, right? That's what happened when I was playing. I played with a guy named Thomas Ross. He took me under his wing, showed me the ropes, taught me different tools of the trade, if you will. And I think once they do that and they start to feel the brotherhood, they start to feel how much the guys at the top really care about them, now they really start to study all the different movements and things that they do and try to incorporate their game a little bit towards them, if you will.
Devon, it was you that came to this job, or the job that kind of came to you. What was it about Wisconsin that attracted you?
Well, the tradition of the running back position, obviously, and I mean, working with Coach Vick, when I was a graduate assistant for him, he gave me my first opportunity to be a graduate assistant. So, it's kind of going full circle to be able to be on his staff here at Wisconsin. I think it's a dream come true.
Devon, we haven't seen many, if any, plays run from under center. Well, there was a couple, but just we haven't seen many from under center so far. Just how does that, how much does that give it an advantage to a running back? Just having a little bit more time to, see the play develop.
I think it's a little bit of both, give and take. I think having that ability in the space that you talked about is obviously very important. But I don't know how much of a difference it makes, if you will. You know?
Have you ever encountered a veteran running back or a veteran player who's hesitant to teach the young guys because they don't want to? Because you're fighting for the same job.
Right.
Have you ever encountered that? And how nice is it to have veterans who aren't afraid to teach the young guys in running back?
I've never personally encountered it in the coaching profession. I was playing, you know, it happened for sure at other positions. I've seen it, but no, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's really good because what you start to see is guys, instead of being upset that they're not in the game, they're watching the game. So when the guy comes off the field, they're starting to get them coaching points and different things that they see. So, you know, it's really an advantage to have in the game for sure. Good.